All right, let's switch over to baseball now and talk fantasy baseball with Jeff Erickson of RotoWire.com as we start to get down to the stretch here in baseball. For me, the stretch run is late August. That's to me when it starts. Jeff, the injury in Boston, Will Millbrook's a team that's now out of contention with the Red Sox. That hurts a lot of people who went out and picked up the rookie who was out for a while, came back, looked great. Now he's out again. Looks like he won't need surgery, which is great. But what does that do in terms of the options, and who are the options now at third base for Boston that you can maybe pick up or trade for?
Siriaco is the guy I'm thinking is going to get a lot of extra playing time as a result of this. Man, this killed me. I have him in AL Towers, AL only, 12-team AL only league. I lost him, Brett Laurie, and Mike Napoli in the course of like 3 days. So I got a second-place team, and I bet you I fall off now considerably because of this. But Middlebrooks, it looks like he's not going to need surgery, but that's about the only good thing that arises from this. But you're probably going to see a handful of players. They also called up the kids they got from Minnesota, Valencia. He started today, actually. So he'll probably get some playing time mixed in there as well.
All right. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, how about what's going on in Atlanta with Ben Sheets, a former ace in this league? So many injuries that he's battled throughout the course of his career. Where do you have him right now, and how useful is he?
You know, that was a pretty sweet free talent pickup there. Any team could have signed him. I'm using him. I used him. I picked him up in a couple of my leagues. I spent up a good percentage of my free agent budget in one of them, the NFBC. It's a national contest. I thought that, hard to find an impact pitcher like that this late. I trust him over a lot of these rookies getting the call up right now.
Wow, yeah, indeed. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, we look at a guy that returned to the lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. They're playing some pretty decent ball right now. Where do you have Matt Joyce these days? Is he still in a sharing situation?
He's playing. He sits against some lefties, but yeah, he's been on fire this week. The Rays have been on fire. Actually, they've quietly. They are now a playoff team. Mm-hmm. It's hard to believe, but they're in great shape, and I look at them as a team that, I think that they do this every year. It seems like they come on strong in the second half. No one sees them coming. Next thing you know, Matt Joyce has 20 homers, 25 homers, and it's a good season. Matt Joyce is a guy, he's not going to run a ton. He's not going to hit lefties, but he still has a lot of uses.
Jeff, I'm looking at the free agents in my pool right now over the last 30 days who's done really well. I see an old friend of many fantasy poolies out there doing a whole lot of good things right now for a team that's out of contention. Chase Utley, do you trust him down the stretch?
I don't, only because, another team like the Red Sox, they're out of it. So, if he feels any sort of tweak in that knee, they're going to shut him down, and he might shut him down anyhow. Right. 19 games out of it, they're nowhere on the rate. They're 10 games under 500. So, no, I in terms of skill, sure, I trust him, but in terms of health, I'm still wary of him.
All right. How about the young first baseman in Oakland, Chris Carter? He's an interesting guy.
Oh, so much real power. He still has a problem with contact from time to time, but he's a great lesson, a great illustration of why you should be patient with prospects. Sometimes they don't get it the first time up, even the second time, but give them time that, they'll adjust to the new level and they'll rake. And Carter's certainly done that. He's platooning a little bit with Brandon Moss, but man, what great power he has.
All right. Well, I don't have any more time to ask you about baseball, or rather basketball or hockey or bowling, Jeff. So sorry, we have to do only two subjects tonight.
Someone else will have to hit that Dwight Howard analysis.
Yeah, there you go. Jeff, thank you so much as always. Really appreciate your time.
You bet, Matthew. Have a good one.
All right. That's Jeff Erickson from RotoWire.com.